My goodness, we just blazed through them all.
Yeah, we're dropping. We're kind of hot dropping here into the draft. Weibo will have first pick and are on red side here. An Aurora, a Malphite, a Poppy. What are you even looking at? You could go for Ryze. I think Talia is an okay trade here, but with no Scion, I think that Cassante just becomes the de facto best top laner currently if you're looking at kind of leftovers. And then are you saying, are we willing to play Jax? I think Renekton's also an interesting shout here for both of our top laners. Gonna have to see. We got a very good champion here for our man in the mid lane on Weibo.
If you go for Talia, do you still have combos to set up the Talia is my question. I mean, Wukong is all right, but not before level 6. And there's no Xin, there's no Pantheon, there's no Vi. Those are kind of all like the de facto combos to work with Talia. The only other way that you could make a Talia work is if you went with the Volibear, but Wukong's already locked in and there's no other place that Talia's gonna go. I mean, we're definitely not seeing Talia jungle anytime soon.
Yeah.
So Weibo Gaming, looking at this Renekton, what do you pair? Oh, okay, well, Qiyana, the Qiyana switch.
I like this. I think that Ryze has perfect setup for Qiyana. I mean, just Spell Flux, Rune Prison, point and click stun, or yeah, root, and then Qiyana can just freely land all of her spells. Cassio has been like a go-to answer, but I do think that with the changes to the season, and especially with Ryze on 3 items versus Cassio, I do actually somewhat favor the Ryze matchup going forward. They're not going to immediately snap it up. I think they want to give Creme some more options. It does mean that the mid pool is going to get squeezed here. I would almost be like kind of willing to ask, like, is Creme going to try to risk an Ahri this game? We'll have to see, but Rel is great setup for that misfortune.
And it's good that they are locking in the realm now when Alistar has been already used in the series and Poppy is banned. So there's very little options that can deny a Rel from getting her engage off successfully. I feel like you would have to be like really almost like a mind reader with Nautilus to try and catch her with your dredge line and anticipating when she's about to go in.
Oh, wait a minute. What if we are setting up for a Kennen here? I know we've been getting a little bit of Kennen. Gunblade's been really strong.
Oh,
there's no AP
too.
here for top esports. And this could still allow for Creme to play some of his comfort champions like Yone. That's what I'm kind of thinking right now. And you have an okay matchup into the Ryze early. So I wonder if that's the option we're going to be getting here coming on through. Again, I still think Jax is really strong. And if we're talking about 80 carries, I like that we're getting rid of things like Lucian to pair up with.
And Ezreal too. If you wanted to set up for the Jax instead of the Kennen, I mean, those are 2 80 carries that could just say, I don't want to interact with the Jax at all. This will prompt top esports to commit to a solo lane option now, though. The question is, do they reveal what they play for Creme now, or do they save it for later? If you wanted to give an AP option to 369, you called out Yone. Maybe we can call back to Tristana for Creme if he feels like it's a decent matchup into Ryze. I'm not sure if that's a good
It's
shout
okay
out
in the
or
lane.
not.
It gets a little harder later on. Okay, we're getting Gnar.
Okay, Gnar.
Very
Gnar and
bland.
Renekton.
So this now means that we need a mage here for Creme, who I think has not really grown too much in the last year and a half, 2 years on his mage play, which is unfortunate. We're getting a Jhin for setup. So Weibo, a little fragile early, but I think you have champions that are going to be incredibly tanky in the solo lanes. And a Nautilus, I think, just makes it a lot easier for them to engage and stop this misfortune, who right now is kind of their big damage dealer. What I'm seeing from top esports is that they have strong lanes, which might just snowball them to get an early win here in this game.
Be very reminiscent of how Weibo were able to win game 1. It wasn't like an immediate snowball from the first 4 minutes in the game. They kind of had to wait for their time, but on that 1 item wake up, they did spring, and that's exactly what you would want to do with Qiyana. Ashe, though, giving even more ways to safely look for engages with that arrow.
I think you're just lacking damage now, though. Like, is Ryze going to be your big damage combo, or is it going to be this Qiyana? I think Silas is actually a little sexy here when you have an Ashe on the enemy team. I think it's looking too juicy.
Dude, you could even grab Qiyana ulti. I mean, come on. There's like 3 insane ultis that you can grab. Creme is eyeing it too. And that's a signature pick for Creme. Oh boy. This draft from Top Esports is looking so nice right now. And even though I'm a big fan of Qiyana and I'm a big fan of Ashe, you are giving so many powerful ultimates over to Creme.
This Weibo team can be very good at the mid-range. I think information is going to be on their side because you have access to Hawkshot as the lane continues. But early-wise, you're going to have a Gnar beating on a Renekton. You're going to have Misfortune early on in this Rel matchup as well. Mid lane, you're going to lose priority as Sylas, but will get better as time goes on. I need to see Xiaohu have an amazing game this time around. I think as this Rise, you have so much say in here, just moving around the map, even early just trying to spam spell fluxes. If he does nothing here, he is going to be a big portion or reason as to why Top Esports win this game and the series as a whole.
It is your one big advantage in this mid lane matchup. If you get the push first and you make roam to either be side lanes, if you can actually influence this Renekton Gnar matchup, it's a lot more volatile than what people might give credit for and just kind of just say, oh yeah, Gnar's ranged, he should win. Well, if Gnar's mini form and Renekton jumps on you with Ryze or Qiyana, you get one shot. So there's a chance to try and bail out Zika in that top side or even just give some relief over to the bot side. But this is exciting, Alk.
Yes.
The 2 drafts are delivering an excitement factor. We're going to see a ton of explosions, a ton of stolen ultimates this game, and I really hope it pushes both of these 2 teams to their fullest. Let's get on to Summoner's Rift for Game 3.
Weibo fans are out in force. Look, Weibo is a very big platform, so it makes sense that that's the case.
Oh, this is nice from NaiYou. I mean, Nimbus Strike is a great way to just burn down these Raptor camps early on, and I don't know if Jiejie has any knowledge or can even sense it at all, because he wants to lean towards his Krugs anyway. Is now going to challenge him on the next camp. Oh, does he have Smite?
Here we go.
Okay, Jiejie does secure the red buff, so it's a level 2 versus a level 2. And NaiYou will just walk out for now.
Oh, look at what they're doing in the level 1 here, though.
Erha flashed over the crash down. Can they set up the play onto JiaQi? He's forced to flash away. Alk and Erha now have the push onto this bot side of the map. And Fengyue and Alk are forced to recall.
Does Jiejie just can't, or does JiaQi, yeah, he needs to cancel his recall. I wish he would have flashed a little sooner so that he just has more HP. Fengyue and them, they lost the level 1 trade, and now this wave is going to crash. Thankfully for them, I don't think there's anything that they can do here. This is fake, guys.
He's just going to walk up slowly and down smash on JiaQi's face. Alk tanks up the turret. That's first blood for Weibo.
This is huge. 2 minutes, and we're already missing out on multiple waves. Fengyue!
He trades it back. Does he have the minion wave on his side, though? Erha does proc the aftershock. He goes back
dead.
And pulls him
He's
into
dead.
the minion waves, but the crash down shield isn't enough. Does he have another Q? He stuns him. Fengyue wins in the 2v2.
Look at that. Fengyue, get excited, brother. Start getting, you gotta sip a little bit more in your chair, because you know this series is massive for them.
Yes,
yeah.
sir.
NaiYou goes for 2 camps on top side, doesn't go for his Grom. He's going to go into his bottom side, but he has no priority right now. Xiaohu's the only one that's going to be able to lean for him. So Jiejie gets the steal away. He gets double red buff and his bottom side camps. This is a pretty big win for the jungle of Weibo. But the fact that the bottom lane, especially for Fengyue, I think he maybe even hits level 6 just that much sooner now that he got all of those minions and the
Can
the 2
Jiejie
kills.
commit? I don't think he can. Fengyue's going to push him off. He tries to push it down to level 6. Oh no, Jiejie could not get it to 600 for the smite. He tried to flip it. And yes, he doesn't go down, but that guarantees that NaiYou secures his own red buff. Credit to Fengyue for bailing him out.
I think it's fine, though, because now the game is even between the 2 junglers. Jiejie, he got to steal the enemy Raptors, same thing that NaiYou got to do. And maybe a small advantage here for Weibo is that NaiYou actually gets to, or Jiejie gets to hit his respawn Raptors sooner than the Wukong. So he'll get a little bit more gold, a little bit more experience. We'll take a look back at this play. I'm looking at the minion wave right now. That's 2 minion waves worth of range creeps that JiaQi is just completely missing out on. And while yes, again, Fengyue gets level 2, he grabs the 2 kills on this play. I think more importantly is all this experience that he just got access to. That's a big difference maker and might actually have a big say as to win the first grub spawn. We're talking about getting level 6s for our supports.
I didn't even realize this, but I think Alk popped his barrier at the same time the Q shield breaker came through from Fengyue. That is unfortunately not ideal. And Weibo Gaming almost had just kind of a runaway of a lane advantage, but Fengyue with 2 kills, you might ask yourself, well, what is the support going to do with those 2 kills? I mean, compared to an 80 carry getting those, not that much, but at least you get tankier faster.
Yeah, again, I just want to highlight the XP. Like, I'm looking at the little purple bars between our champions here, and Fengyue halfway through level 4 already. That's a big difference maker. That means that the grubs that are spawning in 3.5 minutes, he is going to be level 6, either 30 seconds before, or at least, at the very least, ahead of Erha here. So, already Hawkshots coming on out. It is going to be that Weibo get information, and they get the spot where NaiYou is right now. That's really important because aside from what we've been talking about for top esports, you need Jiejie to be getting the correct timers for his jungle camps. I mean, getting closer to your level 6, getting the upgraded smite. I know we talked about it in that last game being very pivotal. And for this Qiyana, it is all just about kind of just getting to your items much sooner than your opponents.
They knew that NaiYou was pathing towards the bot side of the map, but Jiejie had not had a chance to base at all and buy, so his first base does include a brutalizer. Fengyue does not have flash. We can't really set up anything for Xiaohu, but his presence alone allows Creme to pick up this wave while down to 50% HP. Guaranteed that he gets a safe base in. I'm curious where Weibo wants to strike first once Jiejie is level 6. Imagining they just want to just fight over the dragon and ensure that everyone is at as strongest point as possible. Jiejie yet to hit level 6. I think you would need 2 camps at this point to be able to unlock it for themselves. They drop a control ward in the dragon pit, but NaiYou is here on the bottom side.
So he has his respawn raptors. Again, this is his 3rd clear of this. Fengyue is now level 5. I think you have this ultimate with Creme. It's huge for them.
Oh, it's a great angle. JiaQi doesn't have flash. Cleanse comes up, and at
least
he gets out of the rune prison. That saves his life for now.
I don't think Weibo can contest for this dragon anymore. You're going to lose access to this. There's no teleport here from Xiaohu. I think we're just losing this scuttle. And it's not level 6 here for NaiYou. But I think you are really now just saying, okay, hey, look, I'm halfway to, we're closer to level 5 right now. Let's just get ourselves some minion waves. Let's get ourselves in the bottom lane level 6. And you just can't play versus Creme right now because not only you no longer have the realm warp, but if he walks into this river and steals a Qiyana ult before you have access to it, that's a game changer and almost a game ender here at 7 minutes.
Surprised the top esports didn't pull the trigger for the dragon, but I can respect that if your jungler is not level 6, you don't want to risk NaiYou suddenly hitting level 6 off of his camps on that bottom side of the map and then coming in and walking in with a supreme display of talent. NaiYou just making sure that he is maximizing still his own advantage and hitting that cyclone timer so that he can have it ready for the next big fight on the map. We're 40 seconds away from grubs, so this just might change what objective priority comes out for both of these junglers here. We might see split objectives even.
Maybe. This next bot wave, I think, determines what's going to happen for this. Because right now, it is Weibo having first say on pushing the minion wave. And they will have this Enchanted Crystal Arrow. Erha is going to look. Doesn't find very much. They're just trying to deny them XP. I think that's the most important part. But level 6 is about to come through for JiaQi and Fengyue. So you're going to not only have to be first to the objective, you're also going to have to find a way of stopping them from getting to this this top side.
Hawkshot comes out. It's going to scan which camps are up. I don't know if it's spotted where NaiYou was exactly. I can only infer where NaiYou could be. Zika pops the Dominus, tries to get the wave pushed in, but 369, the fact that he dodges out on what could have been a Ruthless Predator stun, maintains the range advantage here.
Uh-oh, we're diving bot.
JiaQi in world of trouble. No cleanse available. He does have flash. He throws out the bullet time. Decent damage down.
Elk has
the
no
hail
damage.
barrels is going to be a 1-for-1 trade. Elk flashes out in time. Hole has to pop the barrier just in case. But Creme is now forcing the fight onto Zika. Stole the dominance away. Jiejie in a world of trouble. NaiYou looking to pick up a second here with the bonk stick. Top Esports. A massacre happens at the hands of Weibo Gaming's corpses, and Top Esports gonna win out of these grubs.
Oh boy, just a lot of grubs going over their way, and a lot of kills as well. Like, that was a really, really well executed fight from Top Esports. They know that their support is here first. I mean, you see right now, Fengyue is on his way to this objective. So much damage put onto NaiYou, but like, I don't know really what Zika is looking for. He has no dominance. He used it right before this fight, and that's a huge portion of your damage just gone. So a pretty big mistake. No movement from Xiaohu to get him in position. TES, they get those grubs. They'll win that fight, and they don't even get much on the opposite side of the map for the bot lane dive, so it's a lead being opened up here for Elk, but this damage from this Ashe is not really going to be meaningful for the time being.
I think the only thing you can do as Weibo Gaming is just call out that JiaQi has no flash, try and send another play bot lane. Look at where Xiaohu and Jiejie are. They are readying up for a realm warp. Yes, sir. JiaQi doesn't have cleanse, doesn't have flash available. The Magnastorm will interrupt one engage, but cannot deal with the two people portaling in. Weibo Gaming's bot lane fall mercy to the gank of Xiaohu and Jiejie.
And that's the kind of play that we needed to see. Good movement. We put a lot of expectations on Xiaohu to move around the map, influence these side lanes, and he's doing exactly that. We saw him on the first realm warp, which didn't work, but at least now Top Esports don't just immediately continue to win here on the map. NaiYou might try to go for a cheeky steal here.
There's still a Kiana ultimate. This is a big flip here. Creme could also steal it. 1100. Jiejie secures it, goes in. Supreme display of talents. Double supreme display of talents since Creme stole one. Jiejie is able to kill one. Creme goes in with the Kingslayer. It's not enough healing. And Top Esports went for a flip that did not go their way.
I mean, that was NaiYou at 3-1. This is some questionable gaming coming in from Top Esports. I know your bot lane lost some of that lead, and now it's a 1,200 gold deficit in favor of Elk. Giving over the first dragon, not really worth it in my mind for what was given over. Xiaohu even gets another wave in mid lane and a turret plate, so starting to get paid here. Both junglers 3-1, but definitely feeling a lot better if you are Weibo Gaming.
Yeah, I'm scratching my head on that one. Like, I can understand if you're trying to skill check Jiejie in the dragon pit, but it's just the first dragon in the game. You already won big on the grub side. Yeah. Try to maintain that advantage. Your bot lane is coming back from base. What's the point?
We're in the same boat here. That almost, you know what? I'm not going to do that. That's Top Esports, man, like, we can kind of do a soft check-in 2 minutes before 14, but, like, Minar is barely up a minion wave on this Renekton, and we haven't even really touched his turret plates either, and the bottom lane that was supposed to be winning is down 30 CS and 1,000 gold. So, from just the draft and what we were expecting, Weibo are kind of ahead of schedule on this one, and it's not like they're going to get any weaker as this game goes forward.
I think Fengyue is in trouble. Hang on. Water Q does freeze him up for now, and the Crystal Enchanted Arrow goes wide as Fengyue does flash it, but he still ends up going down. Creme steals the Death Charge. We'll see if he can use that to great effect later on. But Weibo, pick up a freebie.
Yeah, Fengyue, like, flashed, and they're like, oh, wait a minute, you can't get out of this pit. Kill this guy. That's not allowed. Well, surely that's just a free 300 gold walking around. That's a sack of money sitting in the enemy Raptor pit. That's usually what the Raptor pit is anyway, but Weibo, another kill, slowing down the game away from Top Esports. And now, like, you can really easily play these next objectives. I mean, Dragon spawns in 2 minutes. Herald is going to spawn. I think you have your pick of the litter. Personally, I think you would want to try to go for Herald, because opening up these side lanes and letting a champion like Ryze have access to the rest of the map is so crucial. But dragon stacking, as we have seen, has become kind of name of the game with some of the changes just around the map, and especially around this objective.
little bit delayed on the overall stacking since it was a late dragon start, but Weibo Gaming can still opt in for it. You called out 2 minutes before the dragon spawns, and since that doesn't seem like there's going to be any action happening for the next 30 seconds, a quick reminder that Revenant Viego is now out everywhere.
Hey, it's not ours, okay? This is not our ad, okay? This Revenant, the Revenant skin does not pay us, guys. Don't, like, you could go ahead and pick it up from Riot, but it's not us, okay? We're not the ones flying that one.
I'm doing a solid to the LPL official broadcast. I hope that they recognize it, and, you know, maybe they'll...
No free promo, bro. We're already a co-stream, okay? We're doing the heavy lifting on the English side here, okay? No more freebies, okay?
It's the altruism in me, just hoping. But right now, Top Esports are hoping that this next fight goes their way and they can turn around this 2,000 gold deficit. Multiple role quests have been filled. Pretty much everyone except supports have been completed on both teams. Item spikes coming in. I mean, for the most part, everyone has 1 items except for top lane. Trinity Force yet to be completed by 369 and Stridebreaker for Zika.
I'm just looking at JiaQi. He has no first item right now, so we're not fighting. We're not fighting until he gets a recall and finishes it. Hey, speaking of, Bloodthirster now done. I still don't think this is really the time or place that we want to be looking for a fight as Weibo. I think, if anything, we're getting 1 more recall in. We're looking to kind of move ourselves into some other side lanes. You see right now that they took their recalls and they're going to be swapping the Renekton. Much better matchup in the Sylas in the side lane. And Rise, much better into the Gnar. So this is just a really good heads up and allows for them now to put a lot of their priority down towards the bottom side as we get ready for the second dragon of the game.
Decent hold from Xiaohu and Jiejie on this tri-bush. Oh, they're looking for 369 first. Jiejie is going to walk up. Xiaohu pops the ghost. 369 trying to build up that rage so that he can at least go big. Oh, he gets thrown back out of the hop. He scoops Jiejie into the wall.
Wait a minute!
Damage. Oh, boy! 369. He gets out. The auto attack is not enough. It forces Xiaohu to flash and get the spell flux down. Here comes NaiYou for the re-gank. Erha locks him down with the dredge line, and it's enough for Alk to finish off the Monkey King. Now, Weibo Gaming and Top Esports are now both down a jungler. It does prompt a question whether they even want to look for this objective or just push waves instead.
The objective is no longer the big Drake thing that's sitting in the river. I'm looking at bottom lane. Thank you to our observers. Xiaohu gets this entire turret for free because of that play. It was a good outplay from 369. I think as Top Esports, you cut your losses, and the fact that he even kills Jiejie there is like icing on the cake. But we went a little too far here. It is just Fengyue, but I get it from Xiaohu. Oh, and this was a cancel as well onto Creme. Very tight timing. Still, I think Weibo come out so far ahead because of the kind of trade that happened afterwards.
Yeah. Oh, Elk's in trouble. Flashes away from the up's going up. Duck, but Creme flashes forward, takes the arrow, and point blank shoots him in the face with it. Weibo Gaming gonna try to respond with Zika as Erha does flash away from the second round of chains from Creme Sylas. He's starting to turn up the heat here, trying to make this signature pick of his be what saves Top Esports' game despite being down 3,000 gold.
I love the vision control and what Fengyue is doing by fading into the bottom side river where there's not a lot of vision. Despite Top Esports not having full control of the pit of the dragon, the entire time, Weibo don't know where NaiYou is. He's doing the Herald in this instance, and so he grabs that objective. That might even set up for them to grab the mid-tier one as we come out of this replay. That was a very well-timed combo from Jiejie, but 369 just lands everything here. And look at the mini-map right now. NaiYou is in the tri-brush. We don't need to overextend for this play. His damage dealers are nowhere near this right now. I think it's a massive overextension, and if they hadn't gotten this kill in mid lane and also gotten the Herald, I think this would have been a much worse spot here for Top Esports. So the fact that they were able to get something on the back end isn't all that bad, but Weibo do end up trading it with that dragon.
I almost wonder if NaiYou didn't get the information from Creme that he had been canceled on the TP in time.
Yeah, that's how, yeah, as soon as it gets canceled, he's like, well, I'm already here, brother.
There are times when, like, depending on like how good the communication is between teammates, sometimes you don't hear the call until it's too late and you're just like, ah, well. Or sometimes you hear the call, like they're making the call, but you're too locked in. You're just zoning in and you're just like trying to hit all your buttons and you're like, where's my mid laner? Dude, I got canceled on the TP. It's like, oh,
Xiaohu's caught.
What? Okay, well, Erha hits
He walked up
Fengyue in the back.
That was a very good setup. Top Esports, they had 3 people. It was Fengyue in the river, and they just made a pick on the Xiaohu. That was a good play. Now we're setting up the Herald to drop. This will be the top tier 1 going, and this is gold into Creme's pocket, so trying to equalize the matchup between this Ryze and Sylas. And second item, Sylas is good. JiaQi is probably going to have to use the ult to clear the wave, but guess what? Behind, brother!
F charge into the supreme display of talent. No chance to cleanse or flash out of that combo. Very well executed by the jungle and support duo of Weibo Gaming, but they're going to continue the push for the side of Top Esports onto this tier 2 turret. I don't know if they... Oh, wow. They are going to be able to take it before anyone
they
from
destroy
Weibo
this. They have 3 grubs. Yeah, they have 3 grubs. Nobody from Weibo can touch this wave now. I mean, like, you have a Qiyana with no ultimate. Nautilus, if they move over, Sylas is like, cool, I could just hijack, and you're never winning that fight. So they'll get 2 turrets on top side. Weibo will grab mid-tier 1, which hopefully allows them to play a little bit more aggressively. But now this kind of puts the map in a little bit of a weird spot, as Top Esports will almost always be able to respond quicker and without really worrying about their minion waves on the top side.
It's going to give them a chance to set up deeper vision control for Baron setups now that it has spawned here at 20 minutes into the game. Weibo do have the first 2 dragons of the game, but like we noted before, it's been kind of delayed, so the dragon stacking isn't nearly as accelerated. Remember, in the previous game, Top Esports were able to get Soul 3 minutes from now, and we are now just getting the 3rd dragon spawning in 2 minutes. So Top Esports have a lot of freedom to play with if they want to try and start looking for picks on this top side of the map and then lead that into a Baron.
And Ashe is not the champion that I would associate with having the most amount of DPS. So this is a situation where Alk is going to have the best hawk shots. He's going to have to land the best enchanted crystal arrows that we've seen, and hopefully get a position where he can actually deal damage, because there are so many champions on Top Esports that completely make Alk's life a living hell. Like, you're playing into Wukong, you're playing into Rel. All of these champions are really, really difficult to play against. And when you're playing on 5-on-5s, you always have to be worried about this. Top Esports, they're going to use the priority, despite not having a mid-tier 1, to move into the enemy jungle. They might find him.
Jiejie flashes into the wall. At least he's got a W to hop over it. Arrow does hit onto NaiYou. Even through the clone, Cyclone is forced out of the Wukong, but Alk is pelting him down with arrows, and the rest of Top Esports had to retreat. Oh, they just might call the Baron. Just go for it.
Yeah, we're just going mid. We have 2-item Ashe. Let's just move on over. You have no smite to be able to contest. Maybe they're a little afraid. This is a very tough position. I mean, 369 just goes mega, and they knew that he had the bar and he was moving down. Good pick there, though, from Weibo as a response. But the gold is now very close, and in trade, there is no flash or a barrier for Jiejie or for Alk here. That is a very, very good investment now for Top Esports, despite losing the play immediately.
Trigger figure in me wanted to pull for the objective, but just good restraint and awareness, not only for 369 going mega, but also Creme probably have been able to steal one of these powerful team fighting ultimates from the side of Weibo since it's been a hot minute. He has hijacked any of them. Just rather safe cooldowns for now from Weibo. Max out your items. Get ready for this 3rd dragon fight in 10 seconds.
Look at how hard it is. They have control of the Fey Lights. They have control of the entrance to the river. They even have a sneaky ward behind. I love this vision toggle. You get to see how dark it is here. Fey Lights now controlled by Weibo. It seems like for a moment, Alk is going to get this wave to push. 369, I'm looking at the Mega Gnar bar. He's about to hit level 16 on this mini wave, but Mega Gnar now popped. So, no ability for Top Esports. They need to get in now.
Rip it, rip it, rip it. Can NaiYou be a hero? The early smite, it still goes the way of Jiejie.
Oh my god!
Time, rips them apart. 369 scoops them all into its supreme display of talent. Tries to buy some time for now, but Alk is caught by Creme.
Fengyue may have just ended this game without Rel engaged. That Magnet Storm finds 3 right into the bullet time, and then 369 gets the stun down on the 2 members. Weibo, they are not flexible enough in this game, and while they have the Dragon Soul point, the Baron is going to go over to top esports, and so is this gold lead. Look at this flank. Again, the supports this series have been so pivotal. 3-man, Elk can do nothing. The Enchanted Crystal Arrow gets eaten up this entire time. And I thought maybe a small mistake from 369, but he's running out of the Mega Gnar. He needs to make a play happen. And there, it doesn't matter that Jiejie has the better smite. Top esports just very handily win the team fight.
Time was of the essence in that moment, and Top Esports did not waste a single second. Weibo Gaming now on the back foot for the first time in this Game 3, and at such a crucial point. They are 1 dragon away from Seoul, but Top Esports now have the next 2.5 minutes to just continue laying waste to all the structures on the map, balloon this gold lead, and by the time the Dragon Soul does spawn, I don't even think Weibo Gaming can get in and contest.
I'm just noticing a pattern here that if 369 is not behind like 800 gold by 8 minutes, the game is free for Top Esports. I don't know what he's doing in comms that's like preventing them from winning, but this keeps happening. And Top Esports are in such a good position now. That gold lead that Elk had, the CS lead that he had is completely gone at this point. Any control or semblance of it that Weibo was looking forward to now comes in the form of a dragon that spawns every 5 minutes. Thankfully for them, Top Esports have very little range, so their siege potential is very reliant on either this Baron or picks happening for them.
Creme does have access to the Deft Charge. 369 building up the Mega Form. Elk is going to proc it early. Weibo Gaming, it would be wise for them to back off for now, let the Mega time out before they try and look for a turnaround pick. Baron buff is about to expire in the next minute and 15 seconds, so they still have 2 more waves to wait out. Arrow from downtown lands right on the Fengyue.
Oh!
Quick pick, but bullet time does a lot of damage to the Weibo Gaming front line. They're able to at least walk out as 5 for now. They lose a tier 2 turret in the mid lane, but at least they only have to deal with 4 members now for the next 24 seconds.
Yeah, but it was kind of the most useless member in my mind. This is just a Rel. Creme can still float on this side.
Whoa.
We're looking for it. Good trade from Erha. Finds JiaQi's flash. That could have been a big opening, and maybe that still becomes the case in that Dragon. Seoul will not immediately win the game, but it's going to give them a hell of a big boost if that they're going to need if they want to win this.
Renekton with extra movement speed once he pops the Dominus is very, very appreciated for Zika's case here. And the rest of Weibo Gaming, hopefully they can benefit off of it if they are able to make use of the fact, oh, Creme, okay, he's just going to grab the arrow and have it in his back pocket for any potential picks before this soul does spawn.
Winner of this match moves up. This could be huge. NaiYou and them, they're looking. Enchanted Crystal Arrow!
Oh, but the Realm Warp!
Xiaohu!
Jiejie had to block the arrow to make sure that the Realm Warp was not interrupted on the Xiaohu. Really well timed and really well played. Weibo Gaming jungle mid make it out alive, and that's a big hijack cooldown that will not be available for Top Esports at this Dragon fight.
Yeah, they won't have the Enchanted Crystal Arrow, but Creme already has it back up, and he could steal anybody's ultimate at this point. I mean, Erha, he had it on that last bottom lane play, and he could just grab the Dredge line immediately afterwards, or even the Supreme Display of Talent. And this is an instance where the terrain is going to matter so much more on blue side, because for Weibo walking in, there's that massive piece of terrain, as we'll kind of see at the very top of our screen. If Creme knocks them up into that, there's very little as Weibo that you're doing to get rid of that. And if you're in the water form, I mean, Creme just gets a free stun at the very least in the river. So big game-changing plays coming on through. Weibo bought themselves a bit of time and a respite here, but this fight over this Pixel Brush and the Fey Light's so important. Remember, JiaQi still no flash.
Whoa, NaiYou goes forward. 3-man Cyclone onto the front. The rest of Weibo Gaming trying to retreat now. Dominus popped by Zika. He can't get access to anyone. Erha getting wasted away by the bullet time. He still lives. Arrow hits onto the backline. JiaQi cleanses it, but Zika's onto the backline. Trying to lay waste down with the Dominus. He pops JiaQi in the backline. Now he's losing his AP. Creme has to spring this play. Talent pushes them all into the wall, but it's not enough. Weibo Gaming are bringing it back from the brink, and it comes off of a triple kill from Xiaohu's secured, and Weibo Gaming are back in this game 3.
What is that? I mean, Zika, huge hero play on this Renekton. Bad matchup in the lane, but gets exactly what your job is here. Has the teleport shield from his role quest, presses the Dominus, slice and dice plus stun, tries to stop JiaQi. It was good from 369, but the fight is a little too far away, and I gotta call into question NaiYou. What is this engage, man? We are way too far up from our team. And Zika making the hero play to save this game number 3. I mean, the Supreme Display talent from Creme almost kind of threw it back there. Not enough damage from top esports. The soul will end up going over to Weibo. And that just means that the gold now is even between our two teams. That means Baron is really going to help us decide our bout in this game. And I was going to talk about how Rise on 3 items is really strong, but this is a Zhonya second and on an Actualizer's third for Xiaohu. If he gets it on this spike, then he is, I think, going to be very difficult to deal with in these fights.
I think he's building a Ludens.
Why?
Lost Chapter, Blasting Wand?
Don't do this to me.
You get more mana, you scale with mana, the Sarah.
Yeah, but it's Actualizer, come on! No, so Actualizer does also build out a Lost Chapter and Blasting Wand,
Oh,
so
okay, this
is fine.
Yeah,
this is fine. This is most likely him doing it.
I forgot what the build path was.
Yeah, don't hurt me like this. Okay, he's going to recall, he's going to finish his item. I think Weibo are in a great spot now. I know the gold is even, but now 4 items on both your jungle and your mid. These need to be your big carries. We came into this game saying that Xiaohu had a big responsibility, and while the early game was lackluster, this is now going to be the apex of Weibo's composition.
I apologize for the mini heart attack.
Jesus Christ, man.
I don't play mid lane, so I've yet to build Actualizer at all in the game, so I knew this item existed.
No Erha Mayhem, no Arena Rise.
Dude, I never get this far.
Yeah, it's the same with your TFT games. You never get to see Rise at level 9.
Oh,
it's quite
come on, man. All right, well, let's see how far Weibo can... NaiYou. He's looking for the flank. Can he get there? But he's spotted on a control ward, so that flank is completely sniffed out by Weibo Gaming. Zika is now going to dedicate himself to marking this top side in the jungle quadrant just to make sure that the Wukong cannot find that angle.
You have Dredge Line for Creme. Big power spike available for top esports if they can land it onto critical targets. I'm looking at the minimap. There's a wave piling up on bottom lane. And Zika can go back, teleport. It's coming up in a few moments now. That is something that they're going to have to eventually attend to. And at level 17 for Creme, he's going to get multiple rotations of hijack if they can find a play. Fengyue is trying to surge.
Gets charged right onto the back, and 369 Fengyue is the first one to caught. Bullet time is wasted.
What is this?
Looks for the left side, but top esports are completely pulled apart. Creme gets annihilated by the Supreme Display of Talent. 369 goes mega, but it's way too late. Realm Warper pulled them all into the 369. He scoots them into the wall, but the bullet time was already wasted. No proper follow-up, and Weibo Gaming, in the end, are clutching up the fight. They clutch up the game, and even when top esports had a way to close it out, it all crumbles. Weibo Gaming will come up huge, win the second bout against top esports, and win the series 2-1.
That was a disgusting team fight. I can't wait to see this in the highlights after this one. Like, Fengyue just taking way too much damage, and again, Erha finds him with this Nautilus. Ro's gonna go in now, and he just gets canceled midair, man. Like, that's exactly what we wanted to see. Great performance coming in. Weibo, very shaky, looking a little suspect in some of these fights, but the Unction get it done here. They'll take a 2-1 victory over top esports and equalize that head-to-head.
Unks get it done here from Weibo Gaming against top esports. Unfortunately for them, the spunky young bloods of top esports had that angle. They were winning a majority of, or not the majority, but they were able to get a huge fight off of the double flank from 369 and Fengyue, off of the third dragon fight. And we think to ourselves, yeah, I mean, the ultimate abilities that they have access to, their team fighting ability should be superior in this instance, but some late game discipline getting caught out. Multiple members kind of split on fights, and I think Weibo... The funny thing is, Alk, is this is the criticism that we would often give to Weibo at the beginning of the split, where they were the ones kind of in the lead, and then they kind of lacked the late game discipline to understand we shouldn't be split on certain moments. We need to make sure that we're fighting together, but they're able to punish Top Esports in a very similar manner here.
Very strange. It's clear that Top Esports do not have great leadership, and part of that is them losing some pretty legendary supports. Obviously, I wouldn't say Hong was amongst that, but they had Mako in 2024. They brought Crisp in for the start of 2025, and I mean, more so, it is just Kanavi in the jungle for 2025 gave them so much direction, and without a clear leader, they are struggling even in the execution of some of these fights. I know I was making a joke about it, but if Top Esports don't have a major deficit early, they tend to snowball over their opponents sometimes, but they're in that way, that just means that they're a worse version of BLG.
Yeah, that's a pretty good comparison. Oh, for Top Esports fans, definitely a bit of a heart-wrencher to see them make the comeback, and then Weibo come back. I had to make sure I was phrasing that correctly and didn't say something inappropriate. Like, I thought it through my head. I was like, oh wait, that's gonna be taken out of context. So, that being said, I'm curious where standings now look like. I don't know if we have that capability to that's totally fine. That's fine. Like we said, this series was important in the sense that as we get closer and closer, or now that we're in our second round robin, these are going to be the last set of series until the second week of February. First week? Something in that ballpark?
Yeah, so the regular season ends on the 6th. We are almost a week away. We're getting close. What is it? So we're about 10 days from the end of the split.
Yeah. And with Weibo and Top Esports now playing out their first of next 5 series, that means there are 4 series left in this round robin. So Weibo being 3-3, Top Esports being 2-5, it's still possible for either of these teams to clinch a spot in the top 4 for Group Ascend.
It's just highly more likely that Weibo does it from this spot. I mean,
yep.
I'm looking at their future. They're going to play JDG again. They're going to play BLG. They're going to play Anyone's Legend and IG. So, as an IG hater this season, that's one scheduled win for Weibo. Looking at Top Esports, they're going to play BLG, AL, and JDG.
Yeah, that's tough. Especially the form that they're in. Yeah. I mean, if you're Weibo and Top Esports, you look at this series as a must-win if you want to increase your chances. And this was probably, like, other than IG, you're most likely to win in both cases, right? The fact that Weibo clinched this one, well, Top Esports, good luck against the rest of the competition.
Oh boy, I can't, man. This gold graph is very disgusting. A very weird game played by Top Esports.
Classic LPL gold graph.
Bottom lane was in such a good spot, and then the mid game happened where we tried to make a trade on the opposite side. We messed up one fight around Dragon, and that gave Top Esports purchase back. MVP of this game is going to be very strange. I would not be too opposed to a Xiaohu MVP. I also wouldn't be too opposed to an Erha MVP. I think he played his heart out in this series, and despite what was happening in game number 2 with all of the stuff that happened, I do think that Erha showed a lot more wherewithal in this series versus his opponent.
I would definitely give him player of the match, but I could see player of the game going over to I mean, I don't even know. Like, Xiaohu picked up a quadra, but, like, I think the heavy work in that fight was actually done by Zika, like, with the flank and just annihilating the backline. I would have to see that fight overall again to see how NaiYou was stopped. on his attempt to brute force the engage through the tri-bush and see if like Erha or Xiaohu or Jiejie did anything super significant. I mean, this was sexy from 369. It was a nice outplay, and low-key a little disrespectful of Jiejie getting that close once he threw out the full combo. Probably want to just space out the Mega Gnar ulti, but what can you do?
Not get clapped.
Well, and at the end of the day, they won. So
maybe it's okay to get clapped just a little bit, you know? Just
yeah, it's okay to get clapped every once in a while, as long as you are still winning in the end. Just saying.
Wonderful pivot. I was very afraid. I saw the gears turning.
I had to think. It's getting late, and we still got another series on our hands. This one was definitely a banger. I mean, yeah, like, dude, Zika is literally 1v4 in this backline. My God, that's a big croc.
That's what the Renekton does. I mean, he gets the Spear of Shojin, the Black Cleaver. He presses ult, and he gets bonus 600 HP. He presses Teleport, and he gets 30% HP. Shield. Very disgusting what you can do on tanks and bruisers right now. So, okay. I'm looking at it for Weibo. I mean, this was an okay series. Still just very worried in general about kind of our crop of teams, because it's very clear that bot lane is so volatile, especially on this team. Like, and moving away from just that talking point, I do want to start a conversation. We don't have to finish it here tonight about Zika, because we had a lot of praise for this guy. He was jailed on LNG last year, but I don't really see the amazing moments from this guy outside in lane. I feel like his team fights have been okay, but I'm not really getting the like Zika lane dominance that I wanted to see.
Sure, most of his highlights are coming from the team fights, and